key congressional panel has put forward a resolution that would combine the annual defense policy bill with the Save America Act in order to get it passed. Now, there's going to be a procedural vote on this later today. House Speaker Johnson has said he believes the only path forward for the Save America Act is to put it in a reconciliation bill. But this version does not include a near total ban on mail-in ballot voting, something the president has called for and the Supreme Court voted against yesterday. Now, President Trump has said he wants the SAVE Act passed before he'll sign last week's congressionally approved bipartisan housing bill.
When I look at that bill, it's a bill. But when I look at the Save America Act, it's about saving America. It's a yawn. Some people say it's wonderful. To me, compared to the Save America Act, just about everything is a big yawn.
Let's bring in CBS News White House reporter Olivia Rinaldi. Okay, so Olivia, how far do you think that the president is willing to go? Because he seems to be blocking this legislation until the SAVE Act gets passed.
Yeah, I mean, far enough that he's willing to block this very popular legislation that addresses affordability concerns in a hotly contested midterm year. That's how far he's willing to go to get the Save America Act passed. This is certainly something that is head-scratching to Republicans on Capitol Hill because even though it's a bipartisan bill, it's popular and it addresses some of the issues around affordability and housing in the U.S. And it's kind of a token that Republicans were hoping that they could take back to their constituents in August, when they're on August recess, in October, when they're in that final sprint heading into Election Day, campaigning for this year's midterms, to talk about how this administration in the first 2 years has addressed affordability. But the president says right now that's not his priority. What his priority is getting the SAVE Act passed. Now, we do know that this legislation has been passed by both the House and Senate and got sent into the president's bill. I'm talking about this bipartisan housing affordability bill. But the president doesn't seem poised to sign it just yet. However, if he doesn't sign it in the next 10 days, it still becomes law. But it's notable that it wouldn't have the president's signature on it as a key marquee issue to talk about affordability in a midterm year.
All right, let's talk about the Supreme Court, Olivia, which is set to hand down a ruling on President Trump's birthright citizenship order today. You know, the smart money is saying that this is probably the one that does not go the president's way, but anything can happen, obviously. So how is the president preparing for the eventuality that it does not go his way or perhaps does?
Yeah, you know, this was legislation, or excuse me, an executive order that the president signed on his first day in office, and it has been challenged at every level of every court and has been struck down. They sent it up to the Supreme Court. We don't know exactly how they're going to rule today. Indications show that they are poised to strike it down, but again, anything could happen. But the president seems willing to perhaps let this one go, given the fact that this is the highest court in the land and what they say is the final and ultimate word. Take a listen to what President Trump said yesterday when asked if they strike down this executive order, how he will react, what he will do.
Well, I guess I have to accept it's the Supreme Court, so I'll accept. I think it's very bad for our nation. We're the only nation that does it. No other nation does that birthright citizenship. No, not even close. Some did it, they ended it. It's tremendously destructive. It's extremely costly. I don't know, it's up to them.
Now, this is a key part of Trump's immigration agenda. So if it does get struck down, that's quite notable that they're willing to go that far in striking down, a key part of Trump's agenda, given that the court is a conservative majority. But again, this has been law of the land for as long as the Constitution. So we'll be watching closely to see the reaction. But Trump does say that he will accept it if that is the ruling that comes down today.
Well, that is some good news. Olivia Rinaldi reporting from Washington. Thank you.